We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. Can't do this motherfucker. Like yeah. Yeah. All my niggas in the chat and we also high. It's fun. Stone. Stone. Stream. 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 Stone. Stone. Stream. Stone. 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 Stream. Stream. Stone. All my niggas in the chat and we like high. It's fun. All my niggas gon' get that shit and roll. Yeah. We stone. We stone. We streaming and streaming. We stone. We stone and streaming. Yeah. Getting to the money, gotta get into the bag like yeah. Yeah. Roll up, plenty motherfuckers breathing like yeah. Yeah. All my niggas in the chat, they hot as fuck. Yeah. Getting to the bag, getting to the bag like yeah. All my niggas we stone to streaming. All my niggas we getting to the cheese and all my niggas we ain't gon' stop going to stop breathing. We stone and streaming. We stone and streaming. We stone and streaming.
What is motherfucking doobie? It's your boy Righteous ain't playing. Can you hear me? Oh, you over there muted, nigga.
Oh, there we go.
I'm over here like, am I the only nigga here?
Yes, you are. I ain't even.
The nigga just got a prop dummy of himself. That nigga just got a cardboard cutout of himself. Like to be on the show today.
Yes, that's all we got is a cardboard cutout. I'm
What's
glad
up,
people are
chat?
here. I was a little nervous, just a little bit.
What you was nervous about, man?
Waiting on some cold, man. I got a bunch of fuckery in the garden I gotta fix.
It's gonna be all right, man.
Of course it is. I put a plant in the scrog. That bitch died. It was crazy. 1 out of 4. I gotta really do
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, I have no clue. I didn't even have time to figure it out. I just ripped that bitch out. And I'm gonna put some other shits in there, but they just gonna end up being for support. The other ones was braided. I think I might have braided that bitch a little too tough or too hard or something. Them was came back. That bitch looked like it was overwatered. And I hadn't touched that bitch. It looked the same as being overwatered. And that bitch just died. Everything else looking good in the motherfucking Nintendo, but died. This is gonna be my last harvest of the year though. We finna have some really long veggies, and I probably ain't gonna have another harvest till maybe the end of January.
Man, that shit did sound crazy.
I know.
I was watching Instagram today. Who is that? Brilliant botanist said he done for a while. Said he retired. Seems like a lot of people, man, getting to that point where they're unable or unwilling to continue on.
Well, you know, the name of the game right now is gonna be quantity, not even quality. Even if you got quality, you still gotta have quantity. And now we see it's just like you remember when it used to be a whole bunch of people on YouTube because you was able to make money off cannabis content, and then as soon as you couldn't, that shit got dry. It'd be like that with actually regular weed. Like right now, all these people, like I was talking about, these mid-tier growers that got, 1-2 pound turnover, respectable. Well, if you got a job, right, it's like, man, I'm wasting my goddamn time now because the weed is so cheap. It's becoming more of a hindrance than it is extra little side hustle. Or if you had patience because you was medical, now your patience is like, look, bro, I can go to here and there and get this shit for this, that, and the third. Because guess what? They don't really need you like that no more. So shit is getting difficult. In my take, I know y'all don't watch YouTube or anything like that, but are you familiar with Bay Smokes?
Nah, never heard of him. Pretty cool dude.
No, it's a company.
Oh.
They sell weed online.
Oh, do that.
This is I forgot what I don't think I named this shit. Blue Magic Times strawberry frosted donut. No, they a lot of the younger cats order from Bay Smokes. Rappers be endorsing their ass and shit, right?
You know, I think I heard of. Is this like Houston company or Texas company?
I'm not sure because they on the
They
internet.
had like Mexican OT or somebody like that on there.
Yep, I'm sure they did. They had a lot of rappers on there, but he was one of them for sure. The other, but they be doing giveaways and shit too. But they had a giveaway recently where they gave away some weed. They gave away a pound, and that shit was moldy. And the person that won the pound got sent to the hospital actually behind it. And
Damn.
yep, they offered to send her
What?
some more weed. Yep, they offered to send her some more weed, right? But it was the same shit. So like, was they gonna send her a different part of the pack? You know what I mean? And it got a little bit of attention in the cannabis community and called out Bay Smokes. And I think the Strange Show 420, I believe, shout out to them. That's the one that kind of like broke the story and put light on the shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy because went on to do Instagram live because he was covering the shit and went on to do Instagram live, and it was crazy because dude was like, yeah, I would never do that. If I did that, it'd be a real problem. And you know, kind of find out he did that shit. So
yeah, man, there's so many things wrong with that on so many different levels. Like, number one, you done sent somebody to the hospital. Number two, you sent somebody to the hospital publicly. Like, everybody knows. Hey, man, this is a grown, healthy human being. When they started smoking your shit, now you done get their ass indigestion, diarrhea, and a slowed heart rate. Like, that shit is fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Number three, you know what I mean? Like, you've killed like, in my opinion, it's hard to bounce back from that shit. Like, shit, there's a company that we read a fucking report about probably about 3 months ago now. And, nigga, I'll never smoke that weed again. Or any of the concentrates or anything, nigga.
It's very hard to come back from that type of stuff.
Man. Now, I would also imagine it's almost like a nigga who's out here robbing everything that ain't nailed down. But hey, man, that nigga ain't robbed me. Shit. That nigga robbed y'all. Maybe that nigga robbed y'all for a reason. But, like, you know what I'm saying? When you be kicking with your homeboy, that nigga is certified, you know what I'm saying, nut job. That nigga, you already know what kind of niggas I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, that nigga ain't a little Woody ass nigga. Man, Lil Woody ain't snitch on me.
Which is cool. He's quickly becoming the likable guy. Because he be looking genuinely puzzled when he's talking. So you know how people are.
Man. I think motherfuckers like a little excitement, man, and then I think part of it is people want excitement, but then also people don't even really know who they be dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, Woody, I think Woody is like he was in the top 10 for most dangerous in Atlanta. By that FBI type shit. You know, like, do you know who you're dealing with? Like, this nigga smoke you, man. This nigga kill you. And tell on you.
Yeah, he will, man. Part of the reason why I'm slowing down a lot is, man, it's gonna be a lot of work coming up, right? A lot of work. And I'm not everything that I'm doing at this point is a hobby at this point of the game because again, the job is the main bread and butter. So I gotta set up to grow in a manner in which I'll be able to have time to do what I need to do. As you know, in veg it's a lot easier if you skip a water and have a mishap, right? To deal with than it is in flour. So and
Man,
then
why you
veg
just two things, man? Why you just ain't set up your automation system yet?
because I ain't got one big enough for both tents.
Yeah, nigga, get one for each tent. Nigga, that shit cost you maybe $100. Build that shit your damn self. That shit ain't expensive. But then, the other thing about that too, right? And some niggas might, it'd be hard to break out of the circle, right? And man, look, like the people we fuck with, man, love their ass to death, man. Wouldn't have made it this far without them. But that should be crazy, just like how Instagram, YouTube, shit like that, how they'll stunt your growth, reaching out to like new people. You see what I'm saying? Like that shit is few and far between now. Like the amount of new people that you meet. And I'll also say shit, and motherfucking ain't out there as much either, but like it's hard to grow followers on weed content. It's not undoable, it's just hard.
I would say it's hard to do because the content ain't gonna generate no money, so it's all money going into everything. So, whatever cutscene, whatever production, you got it's all coming out of your own pocket. Whereas other lanes on YouTube or content creation, they're able to get money to invest back into their channel. And even if you was to say, we're gonna take whatever cannabis we got or whatever little side money and reinvest it in, that's not even there no more. So it's pretty hard to come up with an actual show, right? Where the production value is pretty high, right? And it's able to be put out in the algorithms, right? Because that's at least 50% of the battle. We could do it, you know what I'm saying? But it would be no cursing, you know what I'm saying, for the first like 10 minutes, which ain't no problem. It wouldn't be really showing no grow, which ain't no problem. On this particular thing, what I like to do is transfer everybody over to actual Stone and streaming channel, and then that way we could actually do it a lot better, right? Because it won't be any plants really being shown like that, or if it is, it only be like, you know what I mean? It only be like plants shown. But over here on this side, it's hard to keep the whole freaking channel, kid compliant, no strikes and shit, because I just like doing what I like doing over here. So,
well, I don't even mean just that, but just imagine this, right? Like I would give a fuck. Like I wouldn't care if you niggas if I didn't get AdSense. Like shit like that doesn't bother me. But like just imagine if you had 100,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, exactly.
Like, nigga, who gives a fuck about AdSense? Like
I care more about
it's almost like Cash App. Cash App sent me some shit like, yeah, nigga, you need to sign up for a business account, or we gonna close down your account. And I'm like, nigga, for what? Nigga, this is personal. This particular account is personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even really do a lot of business through Cash App. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I get it.
Yep.
So it's just be like, man, they be making this shit just difficult.
Well, for me, it's more the algorithm than it is the AdSense. Fuck the AdSense. It's just the algorithm, because I can actually tell the difference when we was getting pushed in the algorithm when we wasn't, for sure. So I don't care about that, the money part of that, for real. It's just when you get followers, you get opportunity, and it's not about money, but just even product. I would love to be sponsored, all kind of shit. give out to people coupon codes and shit like that. That'd be dope, but motherfucker ain't gonna be like, oh, y'all got 60 views a week. Yeah, we gonna fuck with you. Nah, it ain't even like that. So I just wanna do shit. But it's gonna start with a better camera production, and a nigga need to do that on his own. So once we get through the busy season, man, I can start focusing on that, which is the next reason, like I said, why I'm finna slow down and shit. Plus, I'm gonna release all of the strains that I just grown through that I finally named because I grew the whole line that I made last year, and that's probably the next thing I want to do is like make my next set of crosses. Like in December, I want to set myself up to make my next set of crosses. Just flower after that shit. Yeah, it's the hiring part, man. It's hard to hire anybody, right? In this economy, it's crazy. Had to swap cannabis for art. It's very hard, but yeah, I watched the Strain 420 show, the 420 Strain show, whatever it is. That's why I was talking about the Bay Smokes thing. And plus, a lot of them young cats at my job actually fuck with Bay Smokes like that, so it's kind of crazy. Made me think about that. Plus, I watch a lot of cannabis content, a lot of actual shows and shit. But I believe, no, was he muted? He might be muted. Yeah, I think he is muted. When he get back, we're gonna start.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I heard that.
Topic.
Topic is you. Fourth California marijuana testing lab loses licenses. Crackdown continues. Crackdown continues. How much more crackdown do you think we'll see?
Shit, man, if you're talking about California, shit a lot. That's my opinion. Man, California, man, you know, that's one of them places. California, New York is like major places that set the standard. Like California, a lot of times, we're like 10, 20 years ahead of everybody else.
What it do, Pipster? Yeah, that's true. Let's put some use to this other screen over here. Blackout. California regulators revoked yet another commercial marijuana testing laboratory's license in the past month, public records show. The revocation of San Diego County-based Variety Analytics license reflected in California Department of Cannabis Control permit information comes as a long-awaited crackdown on unscrupulous labs continues. Verify is the fourth California cannabis testing lab to lose its permit since December 2023, according to DCC spokesperson David Hoffner. Now, that's almost a year, and it's the fourth testing lab. So they really, I would love to see what something tests at for real, right? Since all these labs are getting busted. But most of the revocations stem from THC potency inflation and sloppy lab practices. But state regulators revoked pro forma's permit after a reference lab discovered chlorphenapir, a banned pesticide, in a product the lab had approved for retail sale. Pro forma labs did not report detecting any chlorphenapir, maybe, According to the DCC's revocation notice, emails sent to the addresses associated with pro forma's permit were returned as undeliverable. So that just means that was just a shadow address. Now they should deal with that shit too. You know what I'm saying? The permanent revocations are part of a sharp decline in the number of active labs in California, a decrease that coincided with stricter enforcement of state standards. It make you wonder, what do you need to qualify you as a testing lab is what I would wonder. Like, what do you need? Nothing? Because they ain't even got a real address. Don't even sound like they had a real lab.
Man, you know, it sounded like to me like them niggas like met the certification standards, because that's what I think. I think number one, you got to have a certified. You have to have the equipment to be able to produce the testing standards of the state. That's what I think. I think that's the first thing. I don't think you can be like you can arbitrage that shit. Like, yeah, I'm a licensing facility, and then I just send my shit over here to the actual real licensing people. I think you actually have to, you know, have the equipment to even get that state approved certification. But I think what a lot of that shit comes down to is shortcuts. Niggas like, man, shit, do it matter? And apparently it does. Give me that license, ho.
I believe. Records show that Verify Analytics was cited and fined in January before its license was actually suspended in April. So they was fined in January, February, March. 3 months later, they were suspended for 12 violations. Now, why was they suspended and it took that much to get their shit revoked? Now, I think that's like fucked up for a while. Like it shouldn't. That shit should be stricter. When they got cited and fined in January, that next time in April should have been, nigga, you shut down, especially with the pesticides type shit, right? Which tells you they don't really give a whole lot about the inflated numbers part, right? I don't think. According to a copy of the DCC's April 19th suspension notice obtained through a public records request, the regulator alleged that Verify Analytics inflated THC potency by as much as 32 fucking percent. So think about that. If they inflated it by 32%, that's almost like a third of what they say for real. So shit that's testing 30, it like all this shit really still testing what it always was testing, right? Like we always said.
I mean, if they inflated it, so let's just use a regular number. Your shit was 18%. Now your shit is 24%. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Now let me ask you this. Let me ask this question to the chat. Is that more egregious than the pesticide? Having the pesticides, which, you know, not safe for human consumption, or do you think it's more egregious that they raise the numbers?
Comment in the chat on a replay too, in the comments down below. What do y'all think? I personally think it's actually more egregious to have those pesticides, right? Because they could actually make somebody sick. It's fucked up about the numbers, right? I think one person did it and it set the trend of what was to happen. But the pesticide shit, like I can deal with the numbers because I think we pretty much already figured that ain't no plant got fucking 36% THC, because that would mean a third of the plant is THC, and that's just not true if you really think about it, right? That is not true. So like we already knew that number should be between 17, 20, maybe 21, maybe. You know what I'm saying? For real. But yeah, I'm with Django. Numbers won't kill you. You know what I'm saying? The other shit could possibly fuck you up. Then we realized those numbers was wrong years ago. Yeah, dog, but here's the problem, right? And this is why I think this shit happened. The problem is, see, dog, we smoke weed, right? We know. We grow weed. We do all of that. So I think I talked about it on the other show before. Even when we go to the dispensary, we still, even though we don't want to, we still be judging the shit by numbers. You know what I'm saying? To some extent, that might not be what our decision hinges on, but we still, you know, I don't give a fuck what we say. We still, if we see some shit that's fucking 13%, some shit that's 22%, we still,
Man, I
that
kind of
still
disagree.
is gone.
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree, man. Because when I go to the dispensary, man, I be buying rock. Like I've been caught up in that. So I'm not saying that shit don't happen. But now, man, I be buying rosin. Man, I don't even care what the percentage is, nigga.
I
Just
was
give
on
me the best rosin you got. Is
nah.
it tier 1? Okay, let me try it.
I was particularly talking about flour, not rising, because for most of us, whatever rising you get is gonna get you high for that for like a little less than average of the public, I believe. So I was mainly talking about the flour, because hey, I don't look at the THC percent of fucking rosin because it don't matter. I never got any rosin that didn't get me high. You know what I'm saying? I picked that shit by flavor. What I was mainly talking about was the flour. If we go in there and some shit is 13% and some other shit is 21%, we ain't gonna say that shit matter. And it might not be the end all be all, but it do be, even if it's a minimal factor, that shit do be a factor because the number there. And that's us that grow weed, breed, all of that. Now, the average person who don't know jack shit, that's all they got to go by. They can't even go by shit else because they don't even know shit else to go by. So I get why that number be so important on a recreational level. I get why the number is important and inflated because if you're going out about flour, a lot of people that I know that do go to the dispensary and they think they smokers, right? But they just really buy the highest shit. Oh, this shit tested at 31%. Sometimes we do that shit. I do it. My shit tested at a certain percentage. I'm gonna post that shit. I didn't do nothing wrong, nigga. I got the shit tested. You know what I'm saying? So, but we always be knowing that shit be kind of off, even when we go to the dispensary. But we still use these metrics. So something got to be used. But where do we go from here? Is my question to you, right? Is there a way for anybody to even feel like the numbers can be accurate? Can the numbers even be accurate? Hey man, comment in the chat and comment in the comments when y'all rewatch this. Do y'all think that the number can actually be an accurate number anymore, or are we just way past that to where the shit would never be accurate no more?
Well, first, I think the only way that this shit can be accurate across the board is if there's like one standardized set of equipment. So if you remember, shit, a show we did probably about 6 months ago where them niggas was selling what was that, the eighth for $750 or $1,000 because it's the most scientifically quantified thing closest to marijuana. See, this is why things like that are important, right? When you're talking about testing and scientific testing, right? Everybody used the same standards. Everybody used the same kind of process to measure it. And I think that's what is missing, right? Hey man, I do this over here. It's almost like growing. Like shit, man, I put my shit in the straw. I let my shit grow up. Hey, I train my shit. It's 3 different motherfuckers doing 3 different things talking about they testers. No, nigga. Hey man, if you testing, you need to do it just like this. There needs to be an established baseline. So can it be? Yeah, sure. I think it's actually gonna happen when the shit becomes federally regulated to a better degree than what it is. Because right now the shit's just non-existent.
Now, my next question, a follow-up question for you is: Do you think these numbers are inflated because everybody's doing a different test, or do you think motherfuckers are just lying on the test?
Well, I think it's both. So I think you can test one way and achieve a skewed result versus I also think some people are lying. Let me ask you this, man. If you're a person who runs a testing facility, right? And
Right.
you know, hey man, I got this license, right? But hey man, this nigga over here is gonna pay me $250,000 to let this shit go through. Nigga. And people can say this shit as much as they want, but shit, man, motherfuckers gonna be taking that $250,000 a couple times a year. So hey man, where this testing facility was only gonna ever make me let's just say $1 million. Now these niggas gonna pay me to pass these dirty ass tests or hired or raise they fucking THC. Right? Think about it. It's probably one motherfucker who was only really just raising the THC, but maybe that nigga slipped on the Cnefrolil or whatever the fuck this shit's called. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, niggas out here trying to get paid. Now I ain't saying they right. But all I'm saying to you is, hey man, if you're only gonna pay me $1 million, but shit, through misdeeds and misdealing shit, I can make 10. And the worst that's gonna happen is y'all just gonna take my license? Well shit. Nigga, I'm much further ahead of the game doing these backdoor deals than doing the shit the right way. So I think that's the other problem. Like, motherfuckers are not incentivized to do things the right way. And a lot of times you are incentivized to do shit the wrong way.
I agree. I personally, everything you just said, I personally feel like that's what's happening more so than anything is um they just lying. Like I believe in most cases they really do know and they can to say, look, nigga, your shit is this, but we gonna make it be this. Now this what your shit would be if you wasn't here. But since you here, this is what we gonna make it. Like I believe they just flat out lying because just like Guido was saying, and you said it too, shit, they're gonna go to the lab to get them the best results because word get around, and that lab, if we just looked up the average annual gross income for a lab, I'm sure they can make more money in backdoor deals than they can doing that shit normal. And since, like you said, there is no jail involved, why not? Why wouldn't I do it? I'm not gonna fucking go to jail. And hey, if I make $3 million in 2 years, guess what? My business was only evaluated at 350,000. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so shit, I'm cool. I done quintupled my money several times. So guess what? I can get out this whole business. I don't care if my name dirty in this motherfucker because I don't even want to be a lab anyway. I just got in here to flip some money real quick because I seen the opportunity and I had the money to jump on said opportunity. But they say, according to the DCC, Pro Forma Labs reported cannabis flower contained 24% THC, while the test results of the same products showed 16% THC.
Damn.
Yeah. The lab also reported no presence of chlorphenifer or chlorphenaper in 2 samples, while the DCC lab found samples contained the banned pesticide rates at 0.37 and 0.4 parts per million. Sheesh. That's well below the level where adverse effects can be expected, according to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. That a banned pesticide appeared at all raises questions about the trustworthiness of state regulated labs as well as regulators' ability to catch bad actors. See, that part right there is important too. I believe, again, they knew what the acceptable levels were.
So that's the reason why them niggas, I guarantee you they equipment is like, all right, our shit is only gonna go off if this shit is over 5. You know what I'm saying? 0.5. That's when it's gonna go off. That's when it's like that's how I think them motherfuckers set the shit up. Yeah. Like they built in the tolerance into their testing rates, even though they shouldn't have. So if this shit have any amount, hey, guess what, buddy? It's no good. Whereas the grow people was like, man, we flushed this shit so good. We flushed it well beyond the adverse effects. We had to do something about these goddamn roundworms and these thrips, or we wouldn't have shit. Motherfuckers are tying our balls up around their ankles. What the fuck am I supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Tie my balls around my ankle and expect me not to trip?
Yes.
Fucking government.
They said another state licensed cannabis testing lab, Yucca County based California. Yucca County based California Ag Labs saw its permit suspended for 2 months. in February. California Ags or AG's permit is currently active according to DCC data, indicating that it corrected deficiencies. But according to a suspension notice dated February the 1st, the lab was in business despite an incomplete certification of accreditation. So they weren't even all the way accredited, which was issued in April 2023 and was missing required test methods and required analytes for residual pesticides and mycotoxins. And in December 2023, the lab failed to provide evidence that its testing methods for heavy metals, mold, pesticides, and solvents were valid, the DCC said in suspension notice. He said that a bureaucratic fumble triggered the suspension, which lasted less than 12 hours before the DCC reinstated his permit. What? They saying lab testing enforcement is needed. Hey, that's probably true. What you was saying.
And not only that, y'all niggas need look, man, y'all charge all this money and got all these positions, but really it's the state is lacking. And that's how I feel. Like, all right, well shit, you niggas gotta regulate the market. You niggas need to have standard operating procedures, right? And not only do you need to have that, you need to ensure that the people who are capable of doing what the fuck you ask. So how the fuck do you give somebody a license and they're not even capable of telling you how they gonna test or analyze this shit? It's your fault, state. Nigga, you niggas left the goddamn loophole. You niggas are liable just as much as this nigga going out here producing these janky ass results. The shit ain't hard. Niggas need to hire 100 fucking people and position the niggas around the state. And that's all them niggas do all goddamn week. Hey man, I go to this lab, I go to that lab. You know what I'm saying? Like I be on their ass. Hey nigga, I'm a partner in the lab, damn near.
Now here's another question that I got too, and I was gonna bring it up. This statement right here, Black Market Lab, aka Trap Lab. Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like there's a difference between the black market and the home grower?
As far as what?
Period.
Yeah, because them niggas on the black market got metro tons. The niggas be having motherfucking hella pounds. Whereas the most as a home grower, this is my opinion. When I ain't talking about outside, I'm talking about a standard home grower. Man, I think once you're over like 5 pounds, you're not a standard home grower anymore. Now, I'm not the nigga I don't make these rules. It's just how this shit is in my mind. So y'all niggas don't try to cut my throat because that's how I feel. But nigga, I feel like if you're not hitting consecutively, 5 pounds or more, 10 pounds or more, I think on the high end you can do 5 pounds. But I think you can be a low tier commercial grower masquerading as a home grower. I think that's something else too. Like if you're at home and you're growing weed, you're not selling the majority of it, shit man, you're a home grower. But as soon as you really start growing weed to actually sell the weed, like that's your primary focus with the weed, nigga, I think that you're just a low end commercial motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But you could do that with like a 5x5, all right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's a lot of niggas who grow a lot of weed, and them niggas, like their primary goal is not to sell it. I think a home grower, their primary goal, that's just my opinion, is to smoke or either smoke for free. Like, yeah, I'll sell enough to where I make this shit even out for profit. But you know what I'm saying? Or I'm at zero, but I'm not over here, nigga. I got 12 ounces. I sold 11 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like that's different. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, I sold 1 or 2 ounces to kind of just cover some of the overhead of this shit, cost of operating the lights, the nutrient, shit like that. And the rest of this shit, I'm just gonna sit on and smoke. I think when you start having like perpetuals and shit like that, those are commercial concepts. Those aren't, or highly advanced home grower concepts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but that's not your standard. That's not your standard home grower. You know.
I'm gonna do a blank poll one of these days, not in the chat, because I definitely disagree. I'm on the other side of it, right? I feel like I feel like two things. Number one, I disagree, but the reason I disagree is because of where I'm located and I've seen certain things happen, right? I feel like if you in a state where medical just come online and then you got medical for a little bit before you get recreational, I feel like everybody out there, even if you was growing for yourself, now they see dollar signs because they can move around a little bit, right? So I believe it depends on, like, if you in a place like California, I use an excellent example. Black G would be a home grower where he's at, but where I'm at, that nigga would be a corporation. Just strictly just because of the location. You know what I'm saying?
But see, I even disagree with that. I feel like Black G is commercial, right? Once again, man, if you can put out over 5 pounds, if you can put out if you have a certain level of scalability, that automatically in my book, just my book,
Yeah.
the Righteous Ain't Playing book makes you, you know what I'm saying, commercial. When you're not, you think Black G is growing out like weed just to smoke it? No, that nigga's not. So that nigga's
No,
not a home grower.
But
You
see,
think he's smoking 65% of that weed? No.
Nope. But I
That
think
nigga's not a home grower. That nigga's a low end, and this ain't talking bad about him, but that nigga's a low end, bottom of the barrel commercial grower.
But
You
that's
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now that's not a bad thing, because hey man, that's way more than what I am. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I don't even have no plants. But nigga, you're doing this shit commercially. You're not doing this shit just to get high, just for your meds.
But you're saying two different things though. First thing you saying is if you selling most of what you growing, you commercial. But at the same time, you gotta have at least 5 pounds consistently to be commercial, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that's my opinion.
Right. I'm just getting it straight. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
It's a lot of different factors to it. Yeah.
Right. Now see, I think that once you, again, your area, so I will use Black G as an example again. Now, because I'm not there, I don't know, right? But let's just say Black G is in a spot where instead of everybody having tents, like the scale, like you just said, scalability. Well, because he's in a place where it ain't tents, motherfuckers is outdoors. His outdoors is our tent because of the scale, right? So now it's a million of him. He ain't even, just like it's a million of us growing in a tent. And now, because of the scalability and your location, just like if a motherfucker was in Oklahoma or Colorado, yeah, everybody got a tent there, but the motherfuckers is outside. A lot of motherfuckers is like that too. That's
all that means to me. All that shit means to me is there's just a lot of low end commercial growers where he's at. That's all. Right. Once again, if he was consuming even just 51% of that weed, you know what I'm saying? Which I don't know if he is or if he isn't. And hey, man, honestly, I honestly don't even feel comfortable talking about him per se, but just say anybody, nigga. If you're consuming more than 50% of the weed that you're growing, I call you a home grower. When you're out here trying to sell all this shit, in my opinion, you're a commercial. You just low end commercial. You just have your rinky dink records. Not in a bad way, but nigga, you're not Universal Records. You're rinky dink records. Still record label, but nigga, one record label is way better than another, right? Or has better acts. Right. Put it that way.
Right. Now,
by the way, unique piece of trivia. Unique piece of trivia. Rinky Dink Records actually is a real record label, and they tried to sign Project Pat for $7,000 back in the Gap. So they're a real company. Not throwing any shade. But
now, once you do what you just said and become commercial or a low budget commercial or whatever, are you now black market? Is what I'm asking. Even though
you're black market, even if you can be home grower in the black market.
Yes.
Even if you just sold one of those ounces out of the 12, nigga, you've now contributed to the black market. Yes.
Yeah, see, and
because the black market is the opposite of the regulated market. So, nigga, if you didn't sell your shit to a dispensary, nigga, you're contributing to the black market, even if it's on a smaller scale. Still contributing to the black market.
And you feel like the black market is just the black market, then, right? It is what
I
it
feel
is.
like the black market comprises of several different things, nigga. You could be a high-end commercial company who's sending pounds out the back door, nigga. Those pounds that go out the back door are black market pounds. They're not regulated pounds. Two different things.
Yeah. Me personally, I feel like the home grower and the actual black market is gonna be different, right? Now, when I say that, because you're not selling it at a dispensary, like you said, technically it's all black market. But the reason I separated is this: that because the average home grower, right? The average home grower is not gonna use or do a lot of shit that the black market, the even the smaller black market or the bigger black market would do. Like if we talking about the smaller home grower, like you saying, I feel like the move is gonna be smaller craft growers that would like you just said, hey man, they don't even grow a lot. All they growing is like 2-3 pounds. Because if you buy from them or fuck with them, they can't add shit to it because they ain't even got the space, the time, or the energy. It's gonna cause more problems to add fucking pesticides to your shit, you in the motherfucking 8x8 than it would be to not add. You know what I'm saying?
Not
So I've been wanting to
necessarily, man, because I think it's a lot of home growers that what is it? PMI, what's the shit? What's the shit called? Nigga, you already know. And
IPM.
it's, yeah, there we go. Nigga, see, like I say all the time, nigga, I forget more shit than I remember, but nigga, yes. Nigga, there was a time where everyone did, IPM. Now, maybe not with as high of or as dangerous of fucking chemicals, but shit, Isha had an IPM product.
But that's
Motherfuckers was loving the mammoth shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I don't think that if you use that you would get your shit tested. And that's what I'm saying. I think those things are safe versus what people are
I think
using.
I think it depends on what you're using, and I would say a lot of it is just a think thing because no one really knows. Like, because as a home grower, you're not taking your shit. Most people are not. 99.9% of the home growers ain't taking their shit to a lab to get tested because it doesn't matter. What matters is, hey man, I didn't spend any money on this weed. Or hey, what matters is, hey man, I can sell these 2 ounces and help my kid get a little bit better Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that matters is nigga, you don't have the worries of the white market, which man, that shit is strenuous because them motherfuckers got all kind of different regulatory laws. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, even if you did nigga use with the damn what's that shit? Even if you did use the same shit that they put on the Asian bubbas, nigga, it wouldn't matter because that shit gonna sell. Niggas gonna buy that shit. No one's gonna care.
No.
I think that's part of buying shit on the black market is hey man, you have to realize that you don't get the luxuries of the white market. And that's why these niggas are losing their licenses because hey, in the white market, this shit is a luxury and a fucking privilege. It's a privilege to be able to sell your shit and allow us to tax the fuck out of you. It's a privilege for you to be out in the open and have a storefront and sell this shit. Nigga, and if you want this privilege, this is what you gotta do.
Yep. And
But in the
Guido,
black market ain't none of that shit. Hey man, all you have to do to participate in the black market is have some weed and possibly have a baggie. Nigga, you don't even have to have a baggie anymore, nigga. Here, open up your hand. Open up your hand.
what I
Nigga,
was
drop a couple buds in your hand.
what I was getting to was the point that Guido said right there, right? Small batch of crab growing is different from straight up black market. What I was saying is because an illegal chemical like chlorphenephrine we was just reading about, that shit is literally like when they be listing this shit like an insecticidal soap, they list everything that's in that motherfucker. So for me, I believe that the shit in there is not harmful, right? Because everything is listed, and I believe that when they use harmful shit, it's straight up added to that. Like I believe that the average home grower, we all use the same fucking shit to get rid of shit. You know what I'm saying? And do shit, right? The same insecticidal soap, which ain't gonna have nothing harmful in it, because it's pretty much made straight up made for us
When
to
you
do.
the last batch of anything that you got off the black market, whether it was given to you or whether you bought it, right?
Right.
Did it list the ingredients used to make it?
That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm just asking, did it list it? So my whole point is no one knows what the fuck's in there. And we don't know if the shit that we use on the black market is even eligible to be used in the white market. We don't know because it is two different things. And we're not being regulated. There is no regulation. And if it was regulation, 99% of the niggas in the black market wouldn't fuck with it.
Which
There'd
is
be
why,
too many motherfucking hurdles to deal with.
which is why I said the home grower is different than the straight up black market, because shit that motherfuckers use in a tent is exactly what it's meant for. So although the actual black market weed isn't tested, the actual chemical that a motherfucker is using for pesticide management has been tested. And these people that use these pesticides straight up know that it's not used for that. Just like Eagle 20, right? When a motherfucker use some shit like that that's growing outdoors, they straight up know, yo, I ain't supposed to use that. So I'm speaking to the motherfuckers that's actually in the tents.
But the only reason why I think that them people know. Hold on, here's the thing though. The only reason why them people know that they're not supposed to use that is because it can't be used in the white market. That's the only reason why. So as soon as niggas was like, yeah, in the white market you can't use this fucking shit. This shit is trash. We don't want to see this shit. You gotta remember the niggas who using that shit. Hey, they was trying to sell. They were trying to backdoor their pounds into the white market, but the shit wouldn't go. Nigga, this shit is not allowed here. Why? Because this is a regulated market, and this particular product, nigga, we can't get this past state regulations. But does that mean that black market niggas still ain't using that shit? Does that mean that them niggas still ain't putting them chemicals on them Asian bubbas and sending that shit? No, it doesn't. That's not what that means. So I get your point, but that doesn't make the shit true. You know what I mean?
Because I was talking about the average motherfucker. That's, again, we was talking about scalability. So I was speaking to the cats that's actually growing in tents. Again, that is growing 12 ounces, and they are selling 11 of them. Those guys, yeah, they aren't using Eagle 20. They're using the insecticidal soap and the shit that's actually for the home
Mosquito
growers.
dunks. Home growers using shit like mosquito dunks. Is that shit regulated in the white market?
It ain't about being regulated in the white market. It's the actual chemicals that's in it. Motherfuckers know the chemicals that are not allowed, and they know what's not supposed to be in it.
But have you ever heard of anybody in a commercial, bro, talking about, yeah, we use mosquito dunks? No, you haven't.
No, I haven't.
So that's my point. Is
Never heard of
like
a tent
just
grower using
because
it.
niggas are using the shit in the black market or using the shit in the small batch home grow market doesn't mean that shit is any fucking better than the shit that's in the white market. Typically, you're gonna find a better product, in my opinion, when you're dealing with somebody who's got like a home grow. That's just my opinion. But hey, man, but that don't mean that.
All IPM to you is not safe for your plants.
That's what I would say. None of the IPM. I don't know what IPM is acceptable in the white market. Because hey, man, I'm not in the white market.
In the white market, bro. I'm talking about if you're going to get some weed and you're concerned with what you're smoking, or you like, yo, the shit you using, bro, I don't fuck with that, or whatever. Did you use IPM? Like, cause me personally, if I get some shit from an actual home grower in the tent and he did use any IPM, I'm just gonna assume it is some shit. Like,
look, man, I've been smoking weed since the '90s, man. None of this shit was a concern, man, in my opinion. Hey, man, either the weed was smoking or it wasn't. This is some new age shit. Hey, man, what did you use to grow it with? Hey, man, what did you use to spray it down? Like shit like that. Is this organic? Nigga, man, when I was growing weed, man, that shit came in a goddamn brick. You know what I'm saying? And there was nothing organic about it. You see what I'm saying?
I think it got like that because motherfuckers actually started growing that shit more throughout the states at home, when it was just really Mexican and northern California shit only. I believe once motherfuckers like anything else, once motherfuckers got more work and more people came online, it was like, damn, this nigga's killing. He's killing this shit with rat poison. That ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers started noticing shit as they got smarter. But to the just smoking sparklers, right? But to Guido point, the true black market doesn't smoke any of what they grow, none of it, which is why I was saying it's got to
We
be
disagree
a
with that.
separation.
You already disagree with that earlier because hey, anything that's not grown on the white market is black market.
Again, that's why. Again, you didn't let me finish what I was saying, which is why I believe it's got to be a separation between a home grower and the actual black market. I personally believe what I believe is it's segmented because for me it's different, right? True black market and a home grower is actually different in my eyes. I'm not the one that says it's all the same because it's not the same to me. That's just how I think about it, right? A home grower is a home grower and he sell a little bit on the side or whatnot, even if he only got 12
So that
ounces.
weed,
Sell it
that he sold, is it white market weed
is it white market weed?
that he
Again,
sold?
you're not understanding what I'm saying. Yes, it's
I just
black
asked.
market, but it's segmented.
Got
Again,
you. I understand. There's
all I
different
was
levels to
saying.
the shit.
I just
Yeah,
said
it's different levels,
again
but it's
what I
still on the
said
black market.
again. That's why I said I believe the black market needs to be segmented, bro. It's got to be split. Again, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not arguing that it's black market. I'm saying that what black market it is has to be split. Yes, the home grower is not the trapper. That's exactly the point I'm making. It can't be all black market, even though it is, because it ain't all the same. That's what I'm saying. Yes, technically you are right. It is all black market because it's not white market. But because there's so many home growers growing, it's got exactly Guido. It's got to be more than just two categories. When we just it ain't just as simple as black market and white market no more. It is too many people doing this shit now.
Man, I just think that there's multiple categories in black market. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people don't want to be associated with black market. Some people don't. But
A lot
unfortunately,
of
man,
folk being out there. Exactly. That's
but
my point.
unfortunately it's like that. Yeah, this niggas who get them packs off. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Not growing it. Yeah, and that's what's going on in my city, Pip Hunter. You know what I'm saying? And it's irritating because they are smashing the person that's just the pack mover with the person that's actually the home grower, and these people are all being mixed in a lot of the
Well, how
same
about the niggas who are home growers stop selling their weed?
to
And then
where
you won't get mixed in with it.
it's just like a home. It's just like a farmer's market. That's the thing. Like you don't see Walmart at the farmer's market because there's a difference. And what's happening is Walmart is now coming to the home. Like that's the thing. It's the essential. Like Walmart coming to where the little home market is at, and being confused is the same thing. And that was the point.
Whether you're at a farmer's market or whether you're going to Walmart, the shit is all produce. So that's how I'm looking at the shit as produce, man.
Of course, but there is a difference in that. You know what I'm saying? Or else there would be no farmer's market. Just the whole point of a farmer's market because it's not the store. Yes, it's an apple, but everybody knows that shit is different if you get it from the farm than if you get it from the fucking Walmart. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason that there's a separation. And that's a great point, what you just said. I feel like weed is becoming like fruit. You know what I'm saying? There is everything ain't just fucking Walmart. Yeah, that's craft, farmers market. That's what I'm saying. You can't have pet cats confusing their shit with the craft. You know what I'm saying? The farmers part of it. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
man. I think the difference is about where you sell it. So, hey, craft person, are you selling your weed in the regulated market? Yes or no?
We're
And
selling
if
it.
you are a craft person, then you are in the white market. But hey, if you sell your shit in the non-regulated market, nigga, you are black market. There's no way around it.
We're
Now I
not
know it may not feel
saying
good.
that. We're not saying,
I
bro.
know it don't feel good.
No
But
one's
hey,
saying
nigga,
that.
you
No one
selling your
is.
shit.
You don't get it. Nobody's not saying that point. You're right. You're correct. We're saying the people in the chat too. We're saying that hey, it should be different because there's a difference between.
Well, everyone in the chat is saying, "Hey, don't lump me into the black market because I don't sell my shit."
No, they not. They saying it's the difference between a cat at the farmer's market, a Pac-Man, and the motherfucking dispensary. They're saying there's a difference, and I agree.
So what is the dispensary? White market, right? What is the nigga at the farmer's market, right? Black market, right? What is the Pac-Man? Black market.
So you just saying it's only two categories, right? That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that there's different tiers in each one of those categories. But yes, it's two. It's only two. It's only two categories, nigga. White market, black market.
Yeah,
that's it.
We are.
But there are different. But there are different tiers within those markets.
It's more than two categories. And I get it. And one of the different tiers we're talking about is the Pac-Man and the craft farmer. Even though they're both black market, totally different tiers. If we're at the farmer's market, which is where the craft guys are supposed to be selling their product, a pack guy should not be there. That's all we saying. That's all we saying. We're not even arguing that we're white market. We're not saying that. We're just saying like, yo, we are fucking farmers. We are different than the pack movers. Our shit is different. That's all I was saying, Pip Hunter. That's what's happening. Motherfuckers is getting infiltrated by.
If there was regulation in the black market, because that's what it sounds like I'm hearing y'all are asking for. Hey guys, regulate the black market. Then it wouldn't be the black market now, would it? If y'all are mad, take y'all ass to the white market.
Crap does not make you white market. That paper makes you white market. If you pay white market.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. That's all I've been saying this whole time.
Hey, crap is not white market. We're not disagreeing with that, bro. That's what you not understanding. We agree. It is black market. We're just saying, just like you're saying, it's levels to the black market. Yes, it is levels. One of the separating levels is craft and Pac-Man. That's all we saying. We not saying crab should be anything. We just saying, yes, there are levels. The shit is different and separate. Yes, it's black market, but it's different. Just like, hey, I have tennis shoes on. You know what I'm saying? But there are such things as basketball shoes, but they're all shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, there's different levels, bro. Pac-Man just shouldn't be infiltrated by the shit because it's just misleading to the people that's shopping there is all I'm saying. That's really where I was going with the point. If you go to a farmer's market, you expect for the motherfuckers to be actual small market farmers because that's how it is. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point right there. That's a great point as well. But guys,
I made that point earlier.
Not even saying you didn't. Just said it was a good one. As the point you made earlier was good as well. But this has been another fiery. Shoes are cool. Episode of Stone and Streaming. Boy, hour go by quick. And I gotta work tonight too. That sucks. Sucks. That's it. Sucks, guys. We definitely will. Let's go. Let's close that. We definitely, it was a great topic, man. I agree. That was a good one. I felt like we was skipping Shannon before the breakup.
Man, look, you didn't even. I don't even think we got into none. Really.
Put your glasses back on.
We didn't get into any of the real fiery topics, man. Because I know there's some other topics on there that I felt like was definitely gonna bring some more passion and emotion. You know,
we'll say them or we'll keep them in the chamber. Definitely for next week, and maybe. Instead of searching for topics, I can work on a little bit of presentation because we already have topics. maybe because I am sucking on the presentation point, guys. Appreciate you coming through and all of the input. All y'all guys had, you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna say the other topics because he's not gonna let me do anything but even if I didn't want to say the motherfuckers, they're getting saved. They're already in the chat, immortalized forever. But yeah, spicy. And the other ones will be spicy as well. You dig? But this was man, you was on a house sway. You silly Jago. Man, you was in motion the whole episode. It was a good ass episode though.
No, man. I've been sitting still, man. I went over to Pizza Hut, man. Got me a old personal box.
I love that deal too. I love that fucking deal. That deal is awesome. I don't eat pizza. I don't eat fast food much, but when I do, I try to eat cheap, nigga. And that was great. But I guess, man, shit. I'll see everybody next week with the show. Shit, ain't really much else left to do. You want to leave the people with anything, man?
Nah, man, you already know what it is, man. Shit, man. Black Market White House, nigga. I think that's a real story. But nah, man, this has been another great episode of Stone Stream. It's your boy Righteous 8 playing, and we out this. Yeah.
I'm gonna need y'all to do one last thing. Grab those motherfucking umbrellas.
Rain. Every time you see the boy, got a brand new strain. And the shit so Waco. Flame. Put your ass in a ditch. Saddam El Hussein. Two things that a nigga know. Pot the beans, let the shit grow. Green light, that mean go. That mean go. Two things that a nigga know. Pot the beans, let the shit grow. Green light, that mean go. That mean go. That mango. Peep the game. Cheddar lingo. Nigga, how far would the green take you? As far as you go. That mango. Peep the game. Cheddar lingo. Nigga, how far would the green take you? As far as you go. It ain't no game. All of these niggas, they looking for game. Lining they pockets, they flooding they pockets, they lining they pockets with all of this change. Shit ain't no game. All of these niggas, they do it for game. But one thing won't change, it will remain the same. None of these niggas will ever reign. All these hundreds in this bitch is gone. Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gone. Hope you brought your umbrella, it's gone. And we gon' cause it's gon' all these hundreds in this bitch is gon' Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gon' hope you brought your umbrella, it's gon' and we gon' cause it's gon' all these hundreds in this bitch is gon' Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gon' hope you brought your umbrella, it's gon' and we gon' cause it's gon'